And can you hear me? Let me know, because today I can see there are some lions around. So, what what a disappointment it was yesterday. There was three people watching, and out of those three, remember, I count as one, and then Betty, I don't know who the third was. I think it was my neighbor John. Anyway, so good to be back. Good to see those of you who are here. As I always say, when I haven't done the live streams for a while, it's a little, it's an issue. What so much has happened, and on the other side, nothing has happened, right? So I want to make it today. I want to try to keep it in 30 minutes. Talk a little bit about the ETF, or let's say the Ethereum ETF approval that we are expecting just around the corner, just a little bit there. I'll talk about that. One little news about Mantra, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about geopolitics, and then in the end, I'm actually gonna collect some staking rewards, and I'm saying I'm gonna do that in the end because that can take a little bit. It's probably gonna take around 20 minutes. But for those of you who wanna actually, it's more like learning by doing, you can see. So we are going to go through, we're going to collect staking rewards for Kusama, Polkadot on Moonriver and Moonbeam. We're going to do that on Moonwell, and also NetSwap and HeliSwap. And together, for this time, it's going to benefit Betty around $11,000. But it does take a little bit, but we're going to do that towards the end. So that's about that. Let's get started, and I think it goes a little something like this. I want to welcome you to Crypto Never Sleeps. In case you're new to this channel and you want to stay on top of the crypto world, well, then do me a favor, hit like, smash, and subscribe and all them goodies so that you can be notified every time we upload new videos, so that you can, and this is important to me, so that you can protect your wealth, preserve your wealth, and ultimately increase your wealth. My name is Nico Arace. Sometimes I feel like number one, and sometimes I feel like no one. Anyway, let's go. So, as always, I mean, the only good thing is when we don't see each other every day, it is a little bit more interesting than to look, especially at the 7-day moving average on Bitcoin. But let's just have a quick look here. Bitcoin is up 2.4%, flirting with the 70,000, right? And then we got Ethereum at 3,796. Of course, Ethereum is what we're going to be talking mainly about today. And what we got, Solana there down 0.24%, and we got DOT down 1.65%. What is quite impressive today is that usually, and this is why I always show these four, is because usually these charts are completely identical, but today we can see that they are not all following each other. I don't know what that's due to, but it's a more mature market. Will have some coins will have up days and some will have down days. In the past 2 years or 3 years, when the market is down 5%, everything is down, and when we go up, everything goes up. And as we're getting towards more maturity, obviously we're not gonna, hopefully not see every coin move the same like everybody else. Bitcoin, now we gotta say, right? 7-day moving average on the weekly. So for those of you, in case anyone is new here, we are looking at Bitcoin chart on the weekly, and that nice pink chart is the 7-day moving average. And we are above it, right? And that's nice. There's not so much. I don't know what to say. We were below it, but we didn't really go below it on the monthly. I know that this is the most simplistic technical analysis. But remember, we did talk about that perhaps if we were going to go down, I said it could maximum go down to 50 at that time, and we would still be above the 7-day moving average on the monthly. And actually, that is the more, it's rock solid. We are in a bull market, we are in an uptrend, and I think it's only a matter of time. Of course, with the weekly, it's more short term, We went below slightly. I would say it was, I don't even know what it was, profit taking sideways, but now we are above. And I really think it's only a matter of time until we're gonna obviously see Ethereum, as we have here, only a matter of time until we're gonna see Ethereum hitting its previous all-time high. Now, there was a there was a funny article today on Cointelegraph. We got here: Ethereum due for new all-time high as countdown to Ether ETF nears end. I mean, I don't really need to take this article out and because this is basically what I've been saying since we started this channel, that Ethereum is the future of finance. And it's only a matter of, it's going to be the settlement layer for every CBDC, for everything financial in the future. But sometimes it's good to hear from, since analyst is on Cointelegraph, he probably is a famous individual who nevertheless this is his approach. Let's see. And so crypto traders anticipate strong Bitcoin price action in response to another landmark ETF moment, the launch of spot ETF products on Ether in the United States. Now, while not fully approved to start trading, they have received a national green light from regulators after a surprise U-turn. And this is basically where we are. And we also prepared here just one slide here that I want to go through, because this is the news. This is truly the news of, I would say that, obviously, as we got Bitcoin approved, that was probably, as when we were approved, I also wrote in our Telegram channel, I wrote that we are on the right side of history because we are already invested. Now, I have been preaching since, I don't know what it is, since 2019 or 2020 when we started the channel. I've always said the future of finance is being built right in front of our eyes, and it's being built on the blockchain. And from my point of view, it's being built on Ethereum. And I don't think that, probably a lot of people do not know it. And so I guess some of you would ask, how could it be that we got this green light? Because the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, they gave the regulatory green light to spot Ether exchange traded funds in the United States. So why didn't we see Ethereum, go to its previous all-time high and maybe even much further? Well, there's three reasons, but let's first see here. See, the SEC, I guess you know this already, right? Basically, what it is that they approved that Ethereum ETF can be listed on various exchanges, but they haven't given the final approval to the individual asset managers such as BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale, Templeton, etc., etc. And therefore, we could still be weeks or months away before before these asset managers are going to receive their final S1 SEC registration. However, and this is what I would like to point out, also when Bitcoin got approved, right? We had the approval and they could start trading the following day. And we also didn't see Bitcoin really explode as maybe many would have anticipated. And it came following slowly, and we are, flirting with the Bitcoin previous all-time high. But I think with Ethereum, what happened now is that we don't have the final approval, and B, even when we're going to get the final approval, that doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to be this white swan event that I'm sometimes referring to, that's really going to trigger this next third cycle, as I like to refer to it. Because having a regulated ETF doesn't really mean utility for the future of finance. Okay, great. Now you got some regulated entity where investors can buy, but people still don't understand the real value or the future utility of Ethereum. And So what I could believe, so we are kind of waiting for this white swan event, which I don't know what that could be. I am certain it's gonna come, and I'm certain it's only a matter of time. You see, last time, remember, in I think it's 2021, it was kinda Elon Musk who started it, right? With this Doge, hype. Who would have thought, right, that he triggered it? Now, as I said, I could imagine that, as I've also said before, that maybe it could be our old friend here from now I forgot his name. I forgot his name from Berkshire Hathaway. Anyway, the oldest and most wealthy investor in the world. I'm sure you recognize it. So we are waiting for this white swan event. So the reason why I'm pointing this out is because I believe a lot of you are maybe impatient about when are we finally going to see the market really take off. And I think it's just around the corner. What the real trigger is going to be, I don't know. But now, as soon as we're going to the final S1 approval, well, that means that financial institutions can now have exposure in a regulated way to Ethereum. Then people, investors need to understand the utility of Ethereum. Now there we have a little bit of a dilemma. You see, when we talk about the central bank digital currency, which basically where Ethereum is going to be the foundation or the settlement layer, even if it's not going to be the open source Ethereum blockchain, but Quorum, which was a venture between JP Morgan and Consensus. People right now, many governments are already implementing apps based on the blockchain, but they are not really sharing it with the people that it's on the blockchain because the people could be scared. And in the next live stream, I will use an example. I'm Danish. I'm from Denmark, by the way, living in Ukraine. And the funny thing is, in Ukraine, we already have this DApp, the DIA DApp that is on the blockchain on Stellar. And in Denmark, they have launched something which is called My ID. And when you go through all the technical details of this app, nowhere, not even on the footnote, does it mention that it is on the blockchain. In fact, also on Ethereum. So we are in a little bit of a lag where it's not being shared that it is already being implemented. But nevertheless, there's a lot of talk. I think it's only a matter of time until we're really going to have this white swan moment. So let's go back to. So that's about that. Let's go say hello to the chat and see who is here. So we got. It's good to see you. How many are we today? We are 25. I mean, then we have 5 more than what we usually are. I mean, this is a real treat. Crypto Charlie is here. Ron Jeremy, my good friend. Christian, I think you must. That's too little, Christian. You need to have a longer name. Blockchain Bully, my good friend. Southpaw Tony. I'm so happy you're here. Sarah Hamid is here. Dennis Van Rijn is here. And Vax is here. Simplicity is best for me. And yeah, no, yesterday, that's forgotten. Mike, I missed your live stream. Yeah, thank you so much. Lonnie is here. What's up, Ricky? How's your pockets? Are they light or are they heavy? Oh, I love Lonnie because he gets right to the point. Are we wealthy? Are we motherfucking rich? Or are we poor? Well, to answer that, as I've always said, the future of finance is being built on Ethereum. And we got in. I bought for Betty 8,000 Ethereum back in 2017 when they just launched around $8. So Betty, she's actually happy. Anyway, guys, that's lovely. If there's any, what does JSI say? My man, any price prediction for ETH? Yes, I like it. And it is so simple what my price prediction is for Ethereum. October 2025, I see Ethereum by 15,000. So that was a great question that I finally could answer. Let's quickly go over our main positions in our portfolio. I'm just going to go over them quickly and the reason why I'm doing this every time is so that you can see our core holdings and the ones, because I expect all of them to, finally make a hockey stick, and I expect every position to do at least 1,000%. But so far we're not that much in plus. So I think I gotta say to Lonnie, maybe our pockets are not that heavy. They're quite light if you look at it. Anyway, Illuvium, since we bought it, only up 33%. Metis up 300%. Compound 42%. Kusama only 30%. LiveP 145%. Uniswap 75%. Chainlink 165%. Moonriver, which has a new logo, only 207%. Internet Computer 143%. Polkadot only 68%. Thorchain Rune 235%. Gamify down 37%. Energy Web Token, we were slightly up, now again down. I have great expectations for Energy Web Token. Synthetics up 81%, Optimism up 87%, Litentry only 12%, 198% with Theta, Radium 800%, Singularity Net 341%, Cross Network, absolutely love, as you know, Decentralized Storage 25%, CeeLo 40%, Origin Trail 130%, 158% with Centrifuge, Mantra almost 3,000%, not too late, I think, to get into Mantra. Storage down 7%. Kilt, I really don't understand Kilt, down 37%. I'm telling you, by the way, I'm increasing Kilt. 1inch Network only 79%. Curve down 14%, 51% Cardano, Chromia 97%, 353 with NetSwap, The Graph 411, 116 with Power Ledger, Moonbeam, also a new logo there, only up 35%. They're probably also tired that the Polkadot ecosystem is not really taking off, so they're trying there to do new icons. Cartesi up 15%, IOTA only up 25%. I'm not so euphoric on IOTA, I've said that before. Sheeton down 8% since we got Pocket Network 395, Hedera up 100, Astar 43. Red Kite down 52%. Has to be mentioned that with Red Kite and Gamify is something that I would consider highly, highly speculative. And the reason, and if you had followed this channel, for 2 years, then you know why we are holding these. We made lots of money with the initial gaming offerings. I don't know how it's going to be in this cycle. Just remember, everything I say and do should not be considered advice. I don't know shit about crypto. And then we got Altair up 171, Moonwell up 378, Insurace down 53. Insurace, yeah, well, anyway. Sealer Network 87, Ether Risk, the dip token up 132, Moonwell up 100, Umbrella down 42. We've been holding that thing for a long time. Reserve Rights 46, Virtual Poker 80, Cross Shadow 173. Rally down 72%, Verge 69, Patient Tory 139, Engine Starter 132, and Nodal 126. Now there are some positions missing, but this is anyway a lot. Okay. Just one little piece of news. There's not so much to say today. I wanted just to point out, again, Mantra is really taking off. So Mantra, which, the black chart we've been talking about a lot, focusing on real world assets. And they just announced a further strategic investment from Laser Digital. But the reason, everywhere we are seeing news, but what is significant about this is that Laser Digital is a subsidiary of Nomura, and Nomura is the largest financial institution in Japan. So they got this in strategic investment in order to boost real-world asset tokenization in the Middle East and Asia. And what can we see here? So Laser Digital's strong presence in the Middle East is bolstered by a virtual asset broker, dealer license, and management investment services licenses from Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory, which they got in 2023. Now, you see, Mantra, I think, is going to be a regional play. I don't know how much they're going to go into Asia. Of course, Asia would be great, but if they're even going to be among the market leaders within the GCC, within the Middle East, they are really going I really like the development. I'm very, very impressed with them. So yeah, then that was that was kind of all I wanted to say regarding the crypto news. I have one little thing when we go to geopolitical things, and the reason is that we gotta worry also because it has an impact on our investments. You know that I anticipate. I mean, first of all I want to say I believe that we are fully on track in order to reach October 2025 new all-time highs. And what has to happen? Well, like, you know, I think we're going to see the Federal Reserve lowering the interest rates. I think it's important for Biden here in this, you know, campaign year that he needs the economy to be good. And the reason why I don't think that we have seen the end of the highs in the traditional markets is because we have seen so much inflows of money from the Federal Reserve. And as we talked about, they need to lower the interest rates so that they don't have to pay so much interest on foreign debt. Now, how to say this? We have a problem, and we have a problem with the war. The war is not going as we really would like it to. And as you might know, there's going to be this peace summit for Ukraine, and it's going to be here. It's going to be held on the 15th and the 16th of June in Switzerland. Now, the funny thing about this peace summit is that, you know, Zelensky, it's organized basically between Switzerland and Ukraine. Zelensky, they have invited, I don't know, 100 countries. But the only country that they haven't invited is Russia. And, you know, I mean, how that doesn't seem to me to be a peace summit. To me, that seems more to be, you know, it's like the court is going to come out with a judgment. To me, it seems more to be kind of like a judgment day. But what I fear is that in the future, they can use this great peace summit as an excuse to perhaps, I hope not, trigger lots of, World War III maybe even. I don't hope so, but the way that the West is approaching geopolitics at the moment, it's not a good thing. So it's almost like they're trying to build an excuse. We had 100 countries here, and Ukraine, they were sharing all those nasties that was going, and Russia, we simply couldn't tame Russia. And another thing is, in this woke generation that we have, or in the woke moment that we're living in, right? Left is right. Right is left, up is down, down is up. Sister Shelley's brother Jamal. And everything we have seen so far, right? When the European Union, they come out with their Peace Stability Fund. Well, that fund doesn't fund anything else than weapons. Talk about peace, right? So this peace summit, I fear, should maybe be called the War Summit. Anyway, let me know what you think about that. It is, however, I don't know. Yeah, let me know what you think. Scary times. So, guys, I'm gonna go to the chat, and that was kind of you know, that little summary what I had today. Now I am gonna you know, go through the staking in case any one of you would you know, wanna see that. Maybe we don't go through all of them because that would take 25 minutes. So if any of you really want to see it, then you can always message me, or, you know, I can make a video. So let's go through. Maybe we just go through let's go through one. Let's go through Kusama, and then, oh, we forgot here Radium. Radium is also here. So let's just start with Radium. Radium is a good and a quick one. So there we go. So, I mean, I did it yesterday, so it's so I'm kind of just gonna, you know, explain what it is that I'm doing here. So you can see we go in here to the Radium app, and Radium has become better. I mean, I gotta say, and of course, Radium is on Solana, so I used the Phantom wallet. So here we connected, and there I'm also using, of course, the ledger. So when you go in there, you go press portfolio, you look at this overview, it's beautiful, right? And then you can press here standard, and then you can see we got a liquidity position there, Radium USDT, where we generally can get 22% return, and we got there 1,500 pending rewards. So you go there, you harvest them, and then you confirm it, and then you're connected, and you know. Sometimes I also gotta admit, sometimes it doesn't, can always be technical errors. When you can go into SolScan, but with Radium and Solana, it was working beautifully, so quick. You can see there we received then the 846 Radium, and then I wanted to actually stake the Radium tokens that we were holding. I don't. So we go in there. You don't receive so much. This is single side staking. APR is 6%. So started staking them. But the good thing is that you can unstake them whenever you feel like it, and that's a good thing. So we stake them there, and make myself a little bigger here. Oh, it was beautiful. This was a beautiful experience, to be honest, to do that here with Radium. Now we're staking them, and that's that, right? So that was pretty quick, and you can then always see it on the SolScan Explorer. And then you can go back, and sometimes of course you gotta update it, and then mainly update, so you can see that. Update. Boom, and then you can see staking a certain amount. You can go back to your portfolio, and then it shows you the overview, and that you, of course, then also providing liquidity. So that was that. Then let's look at the next thing, which I think there's a lot of potential for everyone. So let's go through that, and that is with that is Kusama. We are staking here. We are staking Kusama and Moonriver on what's it called? On this well markets there, and they also got a great layout. Moonwell. That's where we're doing it, right? So there we're staking, in this case, Kusama, Moonriver, and we are receiving rewards in the MFAM, right? This is this Apollo DEX. This is the decentralized exchange on Moonriver that I've spoken about, the MFAMs, right? So anyway, so we go in there. There were not so many rewards, around 600 something, and then also claim the staking rewards. These are the staking rewards from the MFAM tokens, right? From Apollo Moonwell. It doesn't go as quick as I show it here. Actually, this video behind me, I've speeded up ×2. So just in case you're doing it yourself, then nothing goes that quick. I always go in and check it on the Explorer, and then you can go in. You can see here we received then our rewards. It was a combination of Moonriver and the MFAM tokens. And then once we get that, I usually restake them, but that would have taken too long if I would do all three of them. So I just go in, and then I stake the MFAM tokens. And remember, that is the DeFi platform. I think it's the second largest already on Moonriver, and they have a market cap of only $1.2 million, right? So I think there is a lot of potential there. I'll just go back and check it a little. See, did I get them? And try to calculate the price. Always double check, triple check. It's also important to always go in and look at the Explorer so that you understand it better. But here it takes a little too long. So anyway, I go back here, and then This is again on Moonwell. You go in there, you stake them. Not all these comma. Stake. Then you have to approve it. And I have to put in the amount. I just put max because I'm using the ledger. So I don't feel like it's... I think you can use the max there on MetaMask. Takes 1-2 minutes, but goes pretty quick. Not even 1-2 minutes. What am I talking about? It was much quicker than that. Much quicker. So then you gotta confirm the staking, and then I had some, you know, some little problems there with the MetaMask. That's also, it always takes, you know, it's still not so user friendly. I mean, we're standing here 2 years later, and it is still, I believe, difficult. If I would have to have my dad or you know, my grandma, God forbid, doing this, it's still, I'm not sure. Are you guys using MetaMask, or are you just mainly using, or which wallet, or how are you getting access? Are you just using centralized exchanges? That would also be interesting. Anyway, so there it didn't work, so you do it again. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because don't feel, I mean, I do a lot of this, that's all I do every day, but still always some technical errors. And because the hardware wallet is not proper connected to the cable, or what do I know? You didn't refresh the page. It's still, you know, it's still heavy. It's heavy work to do it. Anyway, so that was Moon River and Kusama, and let's maybe just one more, because otherwise it's going to take too long. Let's go and look at NetSwap, because there on NetSwap we are providing liquidity with Metis and NetSwap. And NetSwap is also, I think it's one of the top 2 biggest in terms of total value locked within the Metis ecosystem, Andrometer, right? So here again, I'm using, I'm just showing you. Gotta go in, disconnect one wallet, go back, connect. And there you go into NetSwap, also super nice. They've also really improved it. You can go in there, you can see the farms, and then you can go down to My Farms. And there are some good, there's some good opportunities at the moment. But here we're just providing with Net and Metis. Currently it's only worth 39,000, but there we are collecting 10,544 net, which is worth, I don't know, 3,000 something or 4,000 something. Yeah. And that's about that. Yeah, there I had some problems, so there's no need to look at all this connecting, disconnecting. Yep. Then maybe let's look at the last one, which was HeliSwap, which is Hedera, right? HeliSwap, I mean, yeah, that's a very little exchange, but also a very little market cap, and we're getting lots of these Heli tokens, but we're providing their liquidity with HBAR and Heli, and we are, and this has been going on now for, I don't know, a year now, where we are getting here currently 62% APR. So here the position itself is, of course, volatility. Currently it's worth 38,000, and pending rewards is $4,550 there from that. I mean, it pays out. Yeah, very good in a sense. But too many Heli tokens. There you gotta be careful, because it's not that you get the rewards 50% Heli and 50% HBAR. I think you get like 10% HBAR and 90% Heli. Now, it depends, right? I mean, Heli could take off like NetSwap has, and I mean, DeFi is certainly the name of the game, but I don't know. I feel like we got a lot of Heli tokens. Anyway, I think that's about that. I think that's enough for today. So that's it, guys. I don't know if you enjoyed this. Sometimes I'm not completely sure what it is that you guys really wanna see, but I truly hope as the market here is gonna hopefully take off. It has already taken off. Now we're just waiting until our positions are really going to increase and find some great opportunities along the way. What do you say, Blockchain Pool? Unfortunately, I'm still using MetaMask. Why? Unfortunately, never use MetaMask. Got drained twice. Oh, come on, Shahid. Never use MetaMask. But what do you need to use a hardware wallet? Oh yeah. Anyway, guys, Ron Jeremy said Tucker Carlson did a great interview with Jeffrey Sachs. Yeah, I've seen Jeffrey Sachs many times. Yeah, I mean about World War. Anyway, I love all of you. You know that, and we will keep doing, because we have an ultimate goal, and that is to get to the 1%, and we will. I'll see you this week for sure. For sure. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, Bitcoin 250, hopefully October 2025.